Courtside. Well, Tony, you open up WWU Court at the new look refurbished Carver Gymnasium with a victory and a dominant one. The defense was in front of the offense in that first half, but as we talked with Coach Dunham, he said you guys have been working on defense all off season. Happy to see the dominance that you had on the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, I mean, we're a bigger team, so we've got to work against those smaller, quicker teams, right? And so we have felt like that's something we wanted to get stronger at, and felt like tonight we did a good job.
Coach, it was also still seeing those, sea legs of everybody kind of working into the mix because of some of the up and downs that you've had with some injuries. Haven't really had that starting five consistently running. This might have been one of those first few times that they were all out there and able to kind of play with each other and get into a flow.
Yeah, to be honest with you, we've only done this twice. We did it Wednesday in practice and today. So it's something that we wanted to try. We felt like they were a bigger team, so it was a good matchup for us to do that. We just got to get our rhythm and our legs. We have a lot of guys that have had some, bumps and bruises, and so hopefully they can get healed up, and we have another tough one tomorrow.
Coach, what did you like the most, and what do you most want to see improve from game one to game two?
We had a good rhythm to start the game, and I kind of distorted it with a whole bunch of subs all at once. I think I could have done a little better job of just getting in one guy at a time, so that our rhythm would have stayed, very fluid. But, we just need spacing on offense, sealing, working hard on the glass. We did an okay job on the glass. I know we won by 20, but I felt like in the first half when the game was tight, we could have done a better job with that. Those are some things to improve upon, but this team has good synergy. They do make the extra pass. It's fun to coach them.
Final one, Coach. Coming up tomorrow, Hawaii Helium. We saw them lose to Simon Fraser University, but they've been a very, very tough team over the years. The competition jumps up a big step tomorrow night.
Oh, no doubt. Simon Fraser is much improved, so they have a real nice squad. Hilo is dangerous. It was the first game of the year, 5 o'clock game, limited crowd, so there wasn't a lot of energy in the room. And I think they're a very good team, so it's definitely going to be a battle for us.
Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll see you tomorrow night.
I appreciate it.
There you have it. The head coach for the Vikings, that is Tony Dominguez, joining us here on VikingsTV. And now we will hand the headphones off here to Logan Schilder, joining us here courtside on VikingsTV. Logan, let me ask you, double-double out there tonight. How nice was it just to get back out on the court and actually play a real game after a long off season and obviously a lot of practices leading up to this?
Yeah, the first game of the season is always fun because there was so much energy. I feel like we prepared really well for Notre Dame. They came out pretty good. I think our size really got into them, and that was kind of our game plan. So,
talk to me about that. Obviously, a guy your size, you get a lot of opportunities to get dunks and to get blocks. What's more enjoyable for you?
Blocks, for sure. It's just one thing I've done my whole basketball career. It's been pretty short, but I feel like it's been always had blocks in it. So it's always entertaining to keep it at the next level, to still be able to block shots.
And it also kind of sets that tone, especially early in the game, where you can see guys trying to take it to the middle of the paint, and then that kind of stops a handful of minutes into the ball game after a few blocks.
Yeah, it really does. And it's not just me. Our team had 12 blocks. I had a few. DeAndre had a few. DC had quite a bit. The whole team wants to go and play defense, which is different than last year, I feel like. So
what was it like the defense was ahead of the offense? I think that was safe to say, at least in that first half. What was it like kind of working everybody in there? You guys have had some injury issues with practice, so that starting five hasn't even really run that much out there together.
No, yesterday's practice literally wasn't. We didn't have me. My knee's been acting up. DC's knee's still getting healthy. Trey, same thing. Trevor's foot. DeAndre's knee. Literally our entire starting lineup, besides two, weren't playing. So this was our first time really getting together, and it was fun.
Did you feel like you guys kind of worked out? I know it's just one game, but kind of worked out a little bit more of what's going to be. Offense will always come. If defense is there, that's really kind of the core thing, but the offense will work itself out with obviously all of the different pieces that you guys have.
Yeah. We all have great chemistry, which really helps too. We all, for the starting five, we all live together. And so chemistry is a lot off the court as much as it is on the court, and that helps with defense more than anything. So.
Big game tomorrow night, a jump up in competition. Hawaii Hilo, although they lost to Simon Fraser, they've been a very tough team over the years, so you guys got to step up that play even more coming up Saturday night.
Yep, they have it's a lot of different team. It's a little smaller team. They shoot a little better. So we're going to have to figure out, especially with that big lineup, we might have to figure something out, but I'm just excited about this win, and we'll move on tomorrow.
Logan, congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you, Doug.
There you have it. Logan Schilder joining us here courtside on Vikings TV after pulling in a double-double here tonight. 12 points and 10 boards here for Western Washington University. Let's quickly give you a rundown of some numbers here in this ball game. Western shoots 56%. They go 32 of 57, 38% from long range, 10 of 26, 13 of 14. They go 92%, from the free throw line. They end up with 5 players in double figures as you watch some of the highlights here from a rather dominant victory for Western Washington University as they win it by 42. They are led by the 12 points apiece for Logan Schilder and Sihan Rojas, 11 points in the ball game for Trevor Jasinski, and 10 points apiece for DeAndre Dixon and Dalton Hamas. The 10 rebounds for Logan Schilder leads the way in that category. Elsewhere, it's 9 points for Blake Fernandez, 8 in the ball game for Brad Wallace, 7 for Trey Drexel, also 6 points for Brett Kingma, and it's 2 points off of the bench for Dominic Oliveri. Notre Dame de Namur only gets 1 player in double figures. It's Chaz Wade, that is, with 12. They get 8 points for Mitchell Fulfer off of the bench, 6 points for Omar Lowe, who had 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist, and may have been the most impressive player for Notre Dame de Namur out here on the court. 5 points apiece for Ty Peacock and Cass Mathias, 4 points in the ball game for Anthony Suber, 2 points for Roland Pearsall and RJ Lewis, and a single point for Alake Fratius. It is 39-22 in the first half. 48-23 in the second half, which led to an 87-45 victory here for Western Washington University over Notre Dame de Namur. Western will be back in action coming up tomorrow night. The first game of the doubleheader, it is Simon Fraser University taking on Notre Dame de Namur at 5 o'clock. Western will take on the University of Hawaii Hilo coming up at 7:30. We will remind you also that the Western Washington University women's soccer team, the defending national champions, they're involved in playoff action tomorrow at Harrington Field here on the Western campus. They will take on Sonoma State, 1 o'clock. You can watch and enjoy that ball game right here on Vikings TV. It's Vikings.com/live for anybody that wants to tune in. Once again, 1 o'clock from Harrington Field. Western Washington University women trying to repeat as national champs, but they got to get through the number 3 seed here in the playoffs against Sonoma State. So plenty of action for you to tune into here on Vikings TV. Western women's soccer at 1 o'clock against Sonoma State. Western Viking men's basketball team at 7:30 taking on Hawaii Hilo. The win here tonight, 87-45. The Western men win it over Notre Dame de Namur, and that'll wrap it all up for us. I'm Doug Lange. Thanks for listening and watching along right here on Vikings TV. Go Vikes!